So Mark, 2-0 defeat at home to a pretty much relegated St Neots side who lost the best player midweek and came in with a young team. How disappointed are you with that performance, and not just the scoreline but the performance as well?
Yeah, no, both. Very bitterly disappointed about the performance and the result as well. Full credit to St Neots. They've come here and they've played really well. They're the better team all day. No complaints there. We didn't compete. We looked like it's an end of season game where nothing mattered, unfortunately, and that's not acceptable. And we won't accept that. And we've got 4 more games, and everyone's going to make sure that they put 100% effort in. And if they don't, then they won't be here next year. So I think what people got to realise is we're playing for places next year. It isn't a dead season. I wanted to finish as high as possible. And today's performance just wasn't acceptable. And the lads know that. They know they've let themselves down, they've let me down and Parks, and they let the supporters down mainly. And I don't blame them.
Well.
It was a real good crowd, and I wanted to go out, and I said to them I want to play entertaining, attractive football and get a result of winning as well, and we didn't do any of them. Bitterly disappointed, as you say, in the performance particularly, and obviously the result because we've lost. But it's...
How do we pick the boys up from here? Because we can't really bring any new players in, or we can't bring any new players in.
No. They need to pick themselves up. They know deep down it's not acceptable. They know that they've let they've let themselves down as much as anything. And we've got to get out of that mode of season's over, nothing to play for. I think that's what might be a little bit upsetting. The holidays nearly come in, and I think it's been quite a long season actually. I've been talking to a few other managers, and they've been all saying they can't wait for the season to finish. I don't know why it feels like that, but I think maybe the players are a bit like that as well. They might be a little bit tired, but I don't want to make excuses because there is no excuses. It really wasn't acceptable, and we've got to pick ourselves up between now and next Saturday.
We've been a very streaky team this season, where you've lost quite a lot in a row, then won a lot in a row, and it feels like we're hitting another streak now.
Well,
we've been able to pick it up in past occasions because we've been able to bring players in. So I think
it's been a real roller coaster. But I've got the core of players that have had most of the season. Listen, Bedworth, we had this little chat. I wasn't happy then, and we got away with it. Yeah. Today is very similar, and we didn't get away with it. We got caught out. So we can only work with what we've got. It might be a chance for me to experiment a little bit with next year in mind. So we have got quite a few players signed on that we can draw upon, players that have been out on loan, who might get a chance now.
Have a bit of hunger as well, maybe.
A bit of hunger, a bit of desire, because second half we raised the game, and I think if we got a goal, it could have been a different story. Got done with a sucker punch on the break, 2-0, and then all of a sudden it's a mountain to climb, and it was always going to be difficult because we weren't playing that well. And if we'd got the goal, a number of times the ball's gone in the box and we haven't got anybody on the end of it.
We had a Jack Green header at the start, which probably should have scored. Then he had a goal disallowed.
Yeah.
The game could have been very different.
100%. That's football. That's what happens. Fair play to the Neots. They've come here. They've done a number on us and deserved their win.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mark.
Do you make it?